Okay, yeah. That's different. Start with Nefertiti.
I don't know how to make it. You make
How did you hear about the peanut butter
a
cake?
podcast
You
I
can
like
send
to
a.
watch.
Okay. And so she had me to make. She told me about it, and I said, I found the recipe, so this is a different one. But the peanut butter I use, because I like the crunchy peanut butter.
Oh,
So this is crunchy
crunchy.
peanut butter. That's the 7 Up lemon pound cake, and then I got a carrot cake that I'm gonna bring out, and so I'm gonna bring it out so we can taste it. But I wanted to talk about Mama's dressing, macaroni, the peach cobbler, and then Kathy can talk about the greens.
Oh,
So,
yeah, the green,
so
great.
Mama, you can give us some history on like, you can start with your dressing or your peach cobbler or macaroni and cheese, and then we'll have like Khadija and Nefertiti to chime in on the process. Okay, go ahead, Mom.
Oh, well, okay. Always on Thanksgiving, we always make like a special dressing, and the dressing recipe would come from my mom. She always would cook her dressing, and then I would watch her, and she would make. Well, we had to participate and cut up all the different things and put in there, and then see her mixed up with. She mixed all of the dressing up, and then for the taste of the dressing, her dressing always was different. She always kept a secret. And then we finally found out it was oyster dressing.
Oh.
That's why it was so different from my auntie and everybody else dressing. The dressing was the oyster dressing, because the rest of them was made just a little bit different. So with that, from that on, I began to make macaroni and cheese. And the macaroni and cheese started when I was going to Pleasant Gift. I changed my macaroni and cheese from different cheeses I mixed. So at that time, I wasn't able to buy all the different cheeses, and then I found out to make. I started off making the Cracker Barrel, because Cracker Barrel was a new cheese to me, and then a mile, and so that began to come. And then I went to church, and the church, same thing at church. So I would cook in the kitchen committee, and then we started different things. And so me and Julie Montgomery, we were together. And then she started with one, she was doing a cheese, and then we began to put the 3 cheeses together, and we made 3 cheeses. We was using American cheese, but later on, after a while back, I began to use a Velveeta. I found that Velveeta make your cheese more creamier. Some people use that cream, the cream from the store, the what you call it, the cream. But I use the Velveeta to make mine creamier. So that was the easy way to go with the macaroni and cheese. So instead of the whole milk, I would use canned milk. Canned milk also was so creamier. And so we would mix that together. So that's some of the reasons how I started the recipes of that. And peach cobbler was just started making the peach cobbler. That was just messing around with the recipe. Everybody else was doing different things, so I began to, instead of just nutmeg and cinnamon and stuff in your peach cobbler. And I began to mix my flavors together with lemon and vanilla. So I just tried it out a couple of times, and guest churches didn't realize what I had done. And one of the first ladies came in, and she demanded to know who made the peach cobbler. And Miss Montgomery said, she told that I did, and she came and questioned me, what did you do to that peach cobbler? What did you do? She said, I know I make peach cobbler. I make peach cobbler. She said, but this have topped my peach cobbler. What did you do?
Grandma, who said that?
A first lady from a visiting church. She came and she demanded to know what I did with the peach cobbler. She said, I have tasted and tasted it. She ate a bowl and she ate another one. And she wanted to know what was my recipe. So finally I did tell her that it was nothing but a touch of lemon flavor. That was the difference of the recipe. The little vanilla and the lemon flavor mixed together. And I used and just using that yet to mix and made the peach cobbler become different. So I don't know what else I make. Potato salad.
Right, and the potato salad.
Oh, the recipe in the potato salad. Well, I used to make the potato salad and it wasn't one of my really good recipes, but I worked with the kitchen committee with my friend, Invited White. Invited White always told me, whenever you make potato salad, you put your salad dressing, your mayonnaise in there while your potatoes are hot. You can just put them in there while they're hot and put your mayonnaise and salad dressing in there. And you can just sit it over for a while and then, go back to it. But that's the trick. And make sure you put your seasoned salt. Always a little touch of, when you put your celery or green pepper in there, they're always going to require a touch of sugar.
That's actually the secret.
A lot of people don't use sugar.
Right.
But a touch of little sugar, and then always require you to taste a little bit to make sure you got the exact amount. Because you don't always have the same amount of potatoes. Sometimes you make a bigger batch or whatever. But then you add that touch of that little sugar in there, and while you taste it, that's what makes the difference in your recipe. So I don't know what else I cook.
Okay.
The sweet potato pies is the same thing. They know how to make the sweet potato pies. To us, every medium potatoes, but you have 4 medium potatoes, then you always like it required a cup or 2 cups of sugar.
2 cups of sugar per medium potato, sweet potato.
4 medium.
Okay.
But that's the way you have to add it on there as you go. Then you put a little lemon flavor, a little vanilla, cinnamon, same thing in there. You always know how to put a touch, add a little flour in there to make the thickness.
Right, that's what you do. Some people use cornstarch, but you use a little flour. How much flour you said you use per, did you say per can of peaches?
Oh, well, I've used 1 cup of sugar.
Per can, okay. And then you had said it was so much flour. I think she used a cup of flour.
Yeah, I used a cup of flour to 2 cans.
Okay. And then you were saying how many sweet potatoes. I think you said around 6 or 7 sweet potatoes, right?
Yeah. Medium. And sometimes it's not just how many potatoes. It said how much you put in there. You start off with a cup of sugar, 2 cups of sugar for like 4 big potatoes, medium sweet potatoes. And all this requires you to, if you're not sure, to continue to add and taste as you go. Good to your taste buds, and then that's how you begin to figure out, how you make your potato pie. They are very easy to make. Once you get them beat up and get them mixed up. And that's the good recipe. You'll find out, but it's just practice. Everybody have a little different touch to it. Yeah. So Khadijah, they started out, she could start out and learned it easier. Yeah.
Okay, T, I want you to chime in and let's talk about the dressings. Now,
Greens, you want her recipe?
oh yeah, we can go.
Greens.
We'll go with Kathy first
Oh,
with
yeah.
the greens, and then we'll come back to Mama's ingredients. Okay.
Oh wait.
Mama, like, let's talk
Get
about the
the
greens.
green.
Mama, you can get some. Okay, and Kathy, you talk about the greens.
I made the collard greens because they said Auntie Kathy make the best collard greens
So that's
ever.
why. Okay.
No, I used the smoked meat and the drums. I put different kinds in the greens because Mama like the turkey
Yeah, smoked
tails.
turkey. Mm-hmm.
So I put the turkey tails and the drums mostly in the collard greens, and so I put the okra in there because some people like okra. So at the end I usually add that, but and I just like get the collard greens, chop them up real small pieces.
So you buy the collard greens that's fresh that you have to clean and do the whole process.
Yeah, wash
You don't
and
get the
clean.
pre-clean. Okay.
Yeah, I don't get the pre-clean out the bag. I get the fresh, and I just I learned from Mom because I didn't know how to cook. I watched her,
Okay.
as I grew, and I
began to make cook for her family.
yeah, and so I just chop them up real fine, and I usually have a chopping board and a nice knife. And I chop it on the chopping board so they can be even. I like them all even. And I clean them like at least 3 or 4 times usually before. And I just chop them up and put them in the pot and add the seasoning in it.
What
and,
seasoning do you use?
Sometimes I don't use any salt or pepper.
Oh, okay.
But I use a little garlic powder in there. And
Because you have the smoked turkey, so the sodium from the smoked turkey helps to give it flavor. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't even garlic powder, and I use a little oil in it.
Okay.
And
that's it.
And I learned to put a little vinegar
in
it. Why I put the vinegar in it? Because Bip Ma put vinegar in her greens.
But you know
what?
what?
It wasn't the collard she put vinegar in. It was like she usually like the mustard mixed greens. And so she used to, and so I always remember she put, so I always add a little to the collard greens.
Yeah.
So.
And then Big Daddy used to make, what was that, the hot peppers with the vinegar in it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he used to have that. That was good with your greens.
So basically that's it. Yeah. So.
Okay, so what we want to talk about, can we talk about the dressings or the macaroni? Anybody can start, or else I'm going to have to, with Nefertiti, can we talk about the dressings? Now, the thing about the dressings is you don't even know the process that goes through with the dressings, because sometimes some people dressings is very dry, some may be salty, and T, can you just tell us something? I can have it down low since you said you don't have makeup on, but I wanted her to tell us, because if you never really did it before, how Mama does it is old school. It's old school, and that's why people love it. So you want to share with us?
Grandma basically, she directs everything. She just has us do like the cornbread, and then you put some stovetop and oysters, and then there's like the veggies, and then I'm pretty sure there's some more stuff you add, but you put the turkey broth in there, and then
Is it turkey broth that she use, or does she use the once the turkey is cooked?
Yeah.
And then like the juices from the turkey and that's turkey broth. Okay, because sometimes people think the turkey broth is from the store. Okay. Go ahead, T.
No, I think that's pretty much it. And then you put in, I'm pretty sure I'm missing some things. I never
So it's eggs in there too, right?
In the cornbread.
Oh, okay. So the eggs is when you make the cornbread.
You put enough eggs in the cornbread. It's not that some people cut eggs up in their dress and everything, but instead of that, you make enough eggs, put enough eggs in the cornbread that that you can make the cornbread was all workable and soft enough.
And then you use yellow corn what is
Cornmeal
it?
or
Yeah,
something.
yellow cornmeal. Okay.
I makes my bread, but I don't make. Some people just may use self-rising cornmeal.
Yeah.
But I make mine out of scratch cornbread.
You use all the stuff that rise it.
Use the
That makes
baking
the
powder,
batter.
salt.
Yeah, because it's a process. Because once, like Mama did the the cornbread, and then she had T to just like break it up, and then it was like break it up and mix in what was that the box called again?
Stovetop?
Then she mixed in the stovetop, and then like this morning, that's when like the onions, the celery, and all of that was still in the turkey, and she had mixed that in and stirred it, and then you have to add butter, and then you're sitting there watching it so that it doesn't get real dry, so you have a certain
I
texture.
added
Moisture.
margarine.
And she put margarine.
Margarine.
And when she talked about margarine, we was like, what's the difference between margarine and butter? You would think butter would be better.
With the margarine, we was making sure it's not saying it's gonna be oily, but it helps the moisture keep the bread moisture.
Okay.
The dressing once it get in the oven.
Yeah, it's definitely a process. You sit and wait, sitting by the stove.
Some people do it differently, you know, and that's when they come in. Some people it's just a big dry bread. You get the big dry, but to most people's dressing, you can't eat them.
I ain't gonna put that on camera.
You can't eat it. That's why it come in for. I tell you
She
that
said the big dry.
people that don't make good dressing make a lot of gravy and put over it.
Yeah.
Just trying to
That's what
compensate, huh?
cover it up. Yeah. That's what they call dressing and stuffing. Ain't the same thing.
Sure isn't.
But and then you got people that been eating that type of dressing all their lives and they love
And that's
it.
what they used
'Cause
to
I
until they
used to-
taste something different.
When I taste people dress, and I was like, they said, "Oh, my kids love." They've been eating that, so they love
Yeah.
that type of. So they don't know
The
a difference
Remember
from a
your
good.
sister-in-law the first time she ate my dressing, and she was happy. She wanted to find out what did I do when y'all were living in Hazelcrest. And that dressing, the dinner come out there, Diane was trying to figure out what was in the dressing. Yeah. So everybody.
So you
would
never
make
know
gravy.
until you eat,
Yeah.
and then you could tell a difference.
People don't know the difference in real dressing in this cornbread.
Right.
Yeah,
You know,
corn.
Yeah.
Jeffy mixed.
Yeah. That
Dressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what about you? What's your experience? Because I didn't even formally introduce everybody. So say your name.
Oh, Alex.
Alex. Okay, and that's Mama Edith Stapleton, Kathy Thurman, Nefertiti Muhammad, and Khadija over there. Okay, so what was your experience?
With the food?
Yes,
She
It
see
was
me.
very good.
it's good to you.
was real
Now,
good.
are you able to compare dressings or macaronis with other
Yeah.
people, or it's just the same?
Yeah,
Have you
I can-
always? Okay.
I could compare it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know when there's bad macaroni.
She said she know. So how you know when it's bad?
Because it be so dry.
Oh.
And it don't be seasoned.
Oh, and the
Cheesy
flavor.
enough. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you know.
Uh-huh.
She done ate some in church.
Okay.
You can't be putting out all that. Yeah, you gonna have to edit to some of it.
But it don't mean it was the churches. It was just somebody. At least we ain't said who it was. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna with the
Block
macaroni.
that out, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But with the macaroni, the process of the macaroni, when you start to, you boil the water first before you even put the macaroni in.
You let Khadija do that because she knows she has to go back and recap those.
Okay, Khadija, you want to share?
Grandma's mac and cheese is easy to make once you learn how to do it. Just can't forget no steps.
You want to share the steps with us?
is this gonna be disclosed not on social media? Because you
Yeah,
can't
it's
give
like a
out the
secret.
secrets, Mom.
Well, no, this
You
this is
can't
like a
post it.
private thing that I'm gonna do eventually for Mama, so I'm not putting it out now.
I'm just saying.
But some people, this is just to share something you can go back on.
I think this is family only.
Okay, and how long have you been helping? When did you start, with the macaroni? Because you made some actually in college.
I mean, I feel like I've been making everything since I was a kid. I've always been that person in the family.
Oh, it was you?
Yeah, right by grandma's side. Every time she was cooking, shoot.
So how long, Mama, has Khadijah been making the macaroni with you?
Ever since she's in elementary school.
Right.
She was? That
Don't
long?
play. Don't play. We
That
don't
long?
like that.
Yeah.
That long?
Nah,
Okay.
real long.
But I think when did you really get comfortable by the time you got to college where you was able to go out and make it on your own?
Oh yeah.
Because then you had called Mama just to go over some things. And I think that's when you
Yeah.
really feel comfortable and then made it for friends. And you said they really liked it, huh?
I mean, yeah, because I've just been in here the whole time, so I had time to
So let me ask you,
mac and cheese ain't a dish you just make.
Why? Because it's expensive too, right?
It's expensive,
Mm-hmm.
and also it's just like it's like a course meal, so you're not supposed to eat that every day.
Right,
The type that we make, we don't make that every day.
right.
It's like a cuisine.
And it's definitely like a festive. You think about your macaroni and your macaroni and cheese and dressing. It's like festive, and it's very seldom that people have. Most time you could get it is like Thanksgiving or Christmas or something like that. That's why some people like to go to Boston. What's that place in Hyde Park called? I think Boston Chicken or something like that. But Boston Market, and they normally carry like macaroni and cheese. It's not what Mama make, but a lot of times people, just like that, they get a chance to taste it, and they, like the lady came to Mama and was like, who was the person that made this? I need to know. So yeah, because a lot of people don't know the process of how you do it, and once you can see it, you was like, no wonder it tastes that good. So it's a difference. So we just wanted to talk a little bit about that, and then we're gonna come back after Mama tastes the cake, and then she could tell us something about the pound cake, the 7-Up cake.
Oh.
Okay.
It's always your ingredient. I just put a note behind the macaroni and cheese because you can't just have a good macaroni and cheese with all your cheap and generic.
Mom, why don't you say that again?
Generic just don't make good macaroni and cheese. Generic.
Don't it make you think of that free cheese they used to give out? What's that big long thing of cheese?
Yeah,
Welfare cheese.
It just don't make
You
any
can't get generic stuff and want the same macaroni and cheese that
Right.
I make.
Right.
You want me to make you a pan of macaroni and cheese and want to bring me some generic stuff. It don't taste the same.
Right.
You gotta have enough
So you
eggs.
can get a recipe, but don't go buying generic stuff to make that recipe.
Right.
That's about it.
Okay. And then we'll come back and we can talk about the cakes, the pound cake.
Yeah, Judy can talk about the peanut cake, but
Yeah, T got me onto this. I had never heard of a peanut butter cake. It sounds crazy, but if you like peanut butter cookies,
But I tasted last time.
yeah, and the other one was good. So we got 7-Up pound cake, lemon 7-Up pound cake, peanut butter cake, and carrot cake, and then they made sweet potato pies, peach cobbler, which is very good. That peach cobbler.
I gotta taste the peach
Now,
cobbler.
another thing I wanted to ask about the peach cobbler, because if you watch certain people on their YouTube channels, I was telling Mama that they take their peaches and they boil them first. So they may empty out like one can of juice and put the other, and then they put all of the flavorings in it, and they, cook it for a while on the stove. And some put a crust on the pan first, and then they pour it in, and then they do that. But Mama do hers a little different. So Mama, why you were saying that you don't boil it first, your peaches?
No, you ain't trying to make no mush out of it. You boil them, then they gonna turn. Some people boil them and then they gonna put cinnamon or nutmeg in there. That was nuts. That's just a mess. They did that back in the days when they didn't know no
They didn't know
better.
how to do it.
You don't cook them because they pre-cooked in the
Yeah.
pan.
I think they thinking because people wanted to when they was boiling they was using real
And thinking
peaches.
now
Yeah,
one
peaches.
lady
They
did
did
have
real.
real peaches.
Real.
Okay,
One
maybe
lady did, but I saw
Not
several
canned.
people
Don't do the
on
canned.
YouTube that just used it. So maybe I was thinking it was gonna cook quick, or what, But it's different, like you said, if you have fresh peaches.
Yeah.
That's the first thing Mama asked me. Did they have fresh peaches? So yeah.
especially if you can them, that might turn
Yeah.
out real good. Canned
Yeah.
peaches.
Canned peaches is different because it's like a pre-cooked preserve.
Yeah.
And they pre-cook. Canned peaches, and put them up, and so they stay like that.
They still.
And that's the only reason, because if you put them in the oven and cook them and put your crust on them and everything, they gonna cook while they in the stove.
Yeah,
That's just
yeah.
common sense.
Mhm.
It's gonna cook while everything is gelling together. The sugar, the flavor, and the thickness, whatever one you got. Gel together. So that's all you need. You don't need all that boiling stuff. We can.
Okay. Yeah, well, I think that's good because before I start just having time to sit down and see the process, there's a lot going into it, So, okay, so I guess we'll go to dessert next.
When you get older, you just say,
Okay, now what happened? What you say, Happy Kathy?
I asked
Turkey
Mama,
shit extra.
you want me to throw your plate away?
I don't give us time. I'm
no,
done.
thank you. I got a
I'm
piece
done
of
for
meat
the
that
for this
I
fall.
didn't ask for.
Yep.
A piece of turkey.
I guess she went back down to the lane, like, I got to eat all the food on my plate
I'm
right
supposed to go out as much this fall, but
Don't
then
throw
more
away
people
no food.
Nothing.
I'll wrap it up for you.
have to put my schedule
Put
together.
it in a piece of little fork.
I put. I guess when I start talking about Africa and Ethiopia,
Y'all goofy. They got me. They got me in Ethiopia. When I come up there and wash my face, I water that water and I cut it off.
Right fast.
Then I run it again, rinse it off. We use too much water.
when there's
Get
something
up there, you
went
start
from kick to
brushing your
water.
teeth. You let the water just run while you brushing your teeth. And you supposed to cut the water off. Brush your teeth,
Then turn it
then
back
rinse it and cut it off. Then rinse it off. Cut it off. But no, we cutting on wide open. Running and just brushing your teeth. Water just running. Well, I said, Lord have mercy, these people is thirsty for water. And they said, we just waste water. We don't have a second thing about wasting water.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. So, as you can't tell everybody, don't cut the water off while you brushing your teeth,
Mm-hmm.
washing your face. I be up there, I said, Lord, let me just run this water and cut it off quick. And then, 'cause I remember when we had to carry water.
Oh,
to
wow.
wash up and we had to carry water in tubs like Africa.
Wow.
Yeah, we had foot tubs. We little kids. One got a hand on the number 2 tub, and the other one, we just is walking. Our legs is trembling, trying to get home with the water, the bath water.
And that's when you always in Brandon, Mississippi,
Yeah, Rankin County.
Rankin County.
And then we had to walk to the well to get the drinking water.
Mm-hmm.
We had to go get the drinking water.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody drank out the same dipper.
Wow.
And everybody didn't have no separate cup or glass.
Mm.
And just think about it, you had to drink behind the people that dip snuff
Mm.
and chew tobacco.
And so some of it would get into the water.
It's
And the
something
water
that
start
on
tasting
the-
like that.
On the dipper. And we be trying to put the water, wrench it off. Mom said, no wasting water. Man, I don't want to drink after him. Same thing when we go to church. You never think about you getting old one day. All the old folks in church, they had to drink for you, for the children.
Oh,
And the children had to go second.
Mm.
Stand in that line and get your water or your Kool-Aid.
So they didn't, at that time they didn't have like a water hose, because if you would have had the water hose, it could have went up to your mouth. But this was you had to dip the
It was
water,
a dip of water.
like a spoon dip or something, huh?
It was a dip like they do at the punch bowl.
Yeah.
That kind of
Oh Lord, have mercy.
dip. And finally we moved on a little higher, but we did have a tank. And the tank would catch the rainwater.
Oh, okay.
And the rainwater had a little thing where we could catch it.
Mm-hmm.
But we still, if you wanted to have something there, we would have a can and jar. Mama would bring a jar from home, and we all the kids could drink out that same jar.
Wow.
Everybody had to bring their own jar.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty soon things got, when I left home, it was still terrible. I left home when I was 17.
Wow.
And it was just as hard back then as it was back in the 50s. I mean, in the 40s. There were 40s. I left home in 57.
oh. Almost the 60s.
1957.
You go ahead.
Water,
You wanna
water,
sit down?
yeah, water, it is precious. So when you get in there and take them long showers, you think about Ethiopia and Africa. If you take too long with water, some of them ain't even got a cup of water to have that day.
Fresh water.
Taking a water, yeah.
Mhm.
Take a bath, wash their hair, they shower. But most of the time the water's muddy anyway. They go ahead and take that muddy water out of there and carry it home. You see the little boy with water on his head, he's so happy, and it's muddy.
Wow, that's a
It is. We don't even have to go there. Cause we had the soap. I've been saving some soap up there. They got the little soap.
Mama, you've been saving soap since we were little. Little big pots of soap.
Saving the soap up there. Because as soon as they come around there, we'll have a place to drop it off. I have it.
The little big pieces of soap.
Put it in a bag. Because this man is melting it up and making it bars. He pays from
It's a little boy.
all the
Yeah, he sure
hotels,
is.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Collect the soap.
He make the little soaps
He
for
takes
home.
the-
I think
the
it was it a yeah.
He
This
take
guy.
all the pieces of soap and all the
Because
leftovers.
people don't want to use the little
for
pieces.
hotel soap and a little soap. And he melted it up. For
Somebody
the
was
people
taking
in
some to
Africa.
homeless shelters. Mm-hmm.
He do it for the people in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have soap. I don't know how you ever smelled the odor of Africa, man. They have a strong musk. Because they don't have deodorant. And when they come to America, they don't ever think that they smell.
They got better.
Some of them. But it's just like something. It's just like some of them, they get immune to that.
But I think the thing is that over in Africa they use more natural things, and that's why they have like the organic coconut oil, because they have the coconut trees, and then they got the shea butter. So that's why in a lot of the African stores they known for the shea butter. So they don't like, even with the cologne and stuff I wear, it's all kind of chemicals and stuff in there. So that's why they're must. It's not like us in America. You know, we're more bougie. We like, you know, we ain't gonna smell like that, and that's why now they have more deodorants
Yeah,
that's
they doing that.
no aluminum, and that's why you have a lot of women with breast cancer and stuff like that because of the different products we wear. And so in Africa, they were more in control of having natural products, but still you do need to wash up, you know. That ain't, you know. And then sometimes you ain't get running water, you may be like you hit the shower once a week. So
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
They can have on a suit and tie.
Okay, we gonna talk about this cake. Well,
Yeah,
Mama
cut
is
me a
sitting at her red table, so she can't have whatever conversation she wanna have at her red table. Her red table talk.
I'm eating a piece of cake.
Okay, her red table talk. We gonna go to the cake. Okay, so we gonna slice this cake up. T, could you hold the phone while I do the slicing? You or Khadijah? Okay, that's why I gotta get me my tripod. Okay, so Mom, which cake you want?
Oh, I guess I'll eat a piece of this.
That's the 7-Up one?
Yeah, it's the 7-Up lemon.
Oh, I want a little because I like lemon.
Okay, and I can get that plate.
Thank you. That's Dallas on now?
Obama in town for Thanksgiving? Obama and them in town?
Then
Because
I'll
I seen
put
him.
the other cakes
I seen
on
him
for
at the
you, too.
At the food place?
yeah, it's the other day they had him on there.
Some ice cream downstairs. If someone wants some ice cream. T, Khadijah, y'all want to get some? Okay, but I'm gonna get some.
Baby can be in the back seat and they still will take the car.
Mm-hmm.
They don't check and see who in the car with you.
So they're gonna be driving around the mall, just driving up and down, all
Checking 'em out.
checking.
Black Friday. That was Black Friday shit. They ain't gonna label me for Black Friday.
People be buying TVs and all kind of stuff.
They'll stay that way and it's over like that.
Okay, so what y'all think about the pound cake?
Real good, I like
I
it.
love it.
Real
Now the
light.
peanut butter, isn't that different?
I love it. Yeah, the
I
peanut
never
butter.
had heard of a peanut butter.
I was just telling Mama it's good, like with a a cup of coffee, like in the morning. If you,
Like a breakfast.
yeah.
That's pretty good,
Mm-hmm. I like the pound cake with ice cream too.
yeah. Yeah, I like the pound cake. It's real light.
That's because you told me how the cake flour
Yeah,
is different.
yeah.
Because I would use the all-purpose flour. I like that it make it kind of crunchy,
Yeah,
but it's not as moist and
it's not as light.
as light, yeah, light as the cake flour, the Swan's cake flour. Then Cleve got the peach cobbler in there. So Cleve, what do you think about the peach cobbler?
Pretty good.
Okay. That's one of his favorite. So Kathy, have you made the peach cobbler before?
I never make the peach cobbler, but I think I'm gonna try to make it one day.
So Khadijah and Nefertiti, what do you all think about the peach cobbler?
Oh, I didn't try it.
Yeah, I'm not eating desserts.
Okay, but in the past, what did you think about it?
It was always good.
That sounds pretty good.
Okay.
You learn how to make it.
Who made this? You could do it?
Peach cobbler?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and grandma.
You made this number two?
Me and grandma made it.
And she's like, come on now. And she's like, Mama was sitting right there orchestrating it.
She made it. I was just sitting there with the recipe. We was just trying to do it together in that big pan. We
Yeah.
need to make small pans.
It said came out. It looked like it came out.
Cause I know some people with their peach cobbler, they like to put biscuits or
don't
put the.
try to eat all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna take some?
With you.
Yeah, I'm gonna take.
Yeah, I saw she stopped and looked like I'm gonna get her. That's why I bought it to go carry on.
I know your
I was able to
stomach.
eat mine because I didn't eat a lot of
Me
food.
neither. I ain't eat no food
I
yet.
don't eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
Other than that, I wouldn't have been able to eat.
Cause my favorite is the dessert.
Yeah.
Because I used to eat a lot of dessert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cause I love the
this
pound cake.
cake ever since yesterday.
That's why I asked Mom. I said, "Did you take a slice?" And she said she didn't want to cut it. And I was.
Still talking about the girl they coming over. They better come on over. They know it get dark early.
I was going to leave myself.
Because they have vampires out here. You know, just like I Am Legend.
When the sun go down.
No, they be waiting right
Oh, no,
before it go
please.
down. They be
3 o'clock,
drooling.
how you said, 3 o'clock and
Watch
on.
and see.
They used to say the freaks come out, but they not. They like shoot.
Ooh,
Start purging after 6 o'clock.
after
What
six.
Clee say?
After 6.
That's true. Waiting to catch you off guard.
Yep.
Yeah, because I was shoot.
You know, you
I'm
can't
leaving
get a
Cleveland.
good, you can't get a good look at them in the dark.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You be tired, or you be slipping, not paying attention to your surroundings,
Yeah.
and got you.
Yeah.
All over.
Yeah.
Give it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that pound cake, I love it with the swans. It is
Give
good.
it up, D. Better get your conceal and carry, man.
Steal and carry.
Got to have it.
Yep.
But Marcus gonna come out. He doing a science fair. He got to do a science project. Oh, okay. You gonna need a board and stuff.
Peach cobbler was pretty
You need a
good.
board and
good.
everything. You gonna do a
Yeah.
science project. They don't want you to do a science project now with the baking soda, so because the teacher remember got blew up.
Oh.
So
Oh,
no more
Lord.
of that stuff in the classroom.
Make it blow up.
Now you got to do stuff where you just write down on the board. You think he gonna say something to me? Because I want to do my science project on marijuana.
Oh, what do you know about marijuana?
No, he did.
And what does he know about marijuana?
He hit on TV. But now they got the marijuana,
Medical marijuana.
medical. So now you know all that. But you
Right,
think he
they
gonna say
legalizing
something to
it
me?
in different states.
He ain't do it on me. He too much.
Packed
up
salt
Yes, spread the love.
Oh, yes, Lord.
I'm gonna get a piece of this cake.
Yeah, you can go ahead. Cut it up.
Give me that knife.
Yeah.
They done it good last night, too.
Oh.
Look at.
Yeah,
Usually
I'm
be
pushing.
I
gone.
was down here looking.
Can't be like I'm gone.
Yeah. I was
Oh, that's
Oh, you
clean.
got on the outfit. Oh,
Yeah.
You got the pants to them?
I think
When I order, I
I've
never
been
seen
wearing
it.
them every day.
I think
switch
Khadija
up.
want you to get them.
Get another one, huh?
I switch it.
Oh, thank you very much. I had a wonderful time.
I try to get
That coat is nice, Kathy.
Oh, it's
bet it's
Tawana's.
warm.
Oh,
She left
that
it.
is
I've been
nice.
wearing it.
If
Don't put it on there so she can see it. She don't know. I Columbia. This.
That's a nice coat.
She left
Nice
it on
and
the back
warm.
of the door.
Uh-huh.
She be getting my stuff. She got her stuff.
I know.
Waist, that's warm stuff.
Bad being short is warm.
You can see that.
Yeah.
That's whipped it,
Even
right.
though it don't seem thick, but
Yeah,
it's real
it's
warm.
insulated.
Yeah, you see that? You got that in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, okay then.
So
I'ma
you
make
need
sure
another
I have
one
me
of those,
some
huh?
green.
Mama wearing.
I got this one and the blue one.
Oh, maybe I get another
I
one for
had to
Christmas.
pull the blue one off yesterday.
Cause she was wearing it and I was gonna wash her clothes. I said, "You want to change clothes and I can wash it?"
She should
I said, "You want to put something else on and I can wash it?"
But see, I can switch the top with different bottoms.
Right.
I have this on top with some more color pants and stuff.
But when with the thing,
Yesterday I had it on top with the blue, with some black pants, a blue one.
but with I could see the pants was just like $6 back when I ordered.
Yeah.
They're different prices, so
Oh.
you really can have one for every day.
Yeah.
Well, the pants is these here.
You need an extra large in the pants.
Yeah, the pants is large.
Was it a large study, extra large?
These are large.
You like the large?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they was a large, maybe extra large. Extra
When you
large.
look at the tag, let me know.
Extra large.
Cause I can order them again.
Oh,
The top.
these are extra large.
Cause you'll need them for the winter.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Yeah.
good. Yeah, they warm
See, and
too.
then when you get the other ones washed, you still
These
have
extra
those.
large, so I don't have to pull too hard. They can get them up on me good.
Oh, you sleep in them?
No, I don't pull them off. Sometimes they are, but I pull them off.
But I thought they sleepwear, right?
They, no,
Or they just lounge wear? Oh,
You
okay.
can pull them off at night and put them back on the next day.
Oh, okay.
I ain't had these on. These the first day for these pants since they've been washed.
Oh,
But I had the jacket on.
okay. I'm gonna look and let you know. I'm gonna look up.